Hi everybody!
Corey here, coming at you with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. This one's a little different today. This is not GAC. I've always debated, I don't know what I want to do on this channel, and, you know, am I going to do non-GAC videos? I don't know. There are a lot of people out there who, like, cover everything under the sun as soon as, like, are the fucking mothers going to break the game? I refuse to do that stuff. But, I figured this would be an interesting video to make because I learned something today. So I recently unlocked Leia, and the datacrons that had, you know, the slicker datacron that everyone was using, and you can pretty much beat whoever you want whenever you want, those expired. And so now Squad Arena has been shaken up a little bit. We've got some Queen Amidala's up here, which I think is just people not knowing how to deal with them. But it's given me a chance to actually practice with my Leia. And there's one other person with a Leia in here, and the other night I was like, well, now's a good time for me to, you know, start working on the mirror match and figure out how the mirror match goes. And so I started looking up guides online for a Leia mirror match, and there's like no guide. And so typically what that means is that it's so easy that nobody feels the need to make a guide. So I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So there's this one other guy, Galactic Bob, and I was going up against him the other day, and his Leia was annihilating me. They were just annihilating me, mostly because his Leia was getting to ult like 2 to 3 times as fast as my Leia. And I couldn't figure it out. I tried stunning R2, I tried stunning Drogon, I tried stealthing Drogon, I tried using Rogue One, I tried using the same exact lineup as him. He was absolutely annihilating me in every single match. He was getting to ult faster, and I was looking at his mods. I'm like, okay, my Leia is tankier, faster, does more damage. My Krex is way faster than his Krex. My Drogon is faster than his Drogon. My R2 is faster than his R2 and does more damage. Like, my mods are better. My Datacron was better. And like nothing was making sense to me, right? And you look at his Datacron, yeah, whatever. 30% defense, some physical damage, some health, some special damage, right? And for reference, this is what he was steamrolling on. 326% defense. He was annihilating me. I couldn't figure out why. And then it finally hit me. Prior to today, I had a different version of this Datacron. My level 3 was whenever you deal a critical hit, you recover 2% health and protection. Because I figured, yeah, it's a tanky team. Leia's a tank. It's a tank Datacron. Yeah, recovering health and protection. And then I realized this thing right here. Whenever light side allies inflict a debuff on an enemy, and this is the level 3 that other guy has. Whenever light side allies inflict a debuff on an enemy, they deal damage to that enemy equal to 2% of that enemy's max health. It's not about the damage that you're doing. Well, it is about the damage that you're doing, but you're not killing them with this deal damage equal to 2% of their max health. You are getting ult charge. How does Leia get ult charge? Well, here, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Gain 4% ultimate charge whenever an enemy's turn or Leia's turn ends while she has a stack of Fearless. That's the first way you get ult charge. And 1% whenever a rebel ally deals damage. It's about instances of damage. So if one character deals 20 instances of damage, you get 20% ult charge. And it finally clicked. Because I noticed it when old Ben was giving her a bunch of ult charge. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Inflict ability block and offense down on all enemies. 10% ult charge. Because when you inflict ability block, that's 5 ability blocks. That's 5% ult charge because it's 5% instances of damages with the Datacron. Same thing for offense down. 5 and 5. That's one of them. And then, oh, by the way, Krex, this bad boy, inflict tenacity down, which can't be evaded, so that's a guaranteed 5% ult charge, and daze, which might not land, but it's another debuff, right? deal physical damage to all enemies, and inflict offense down for 2 turns. Krex is literally dealing like 15 to 20 instances of damage every single time he uses his AoE. And as soon as I changed my Datacron, my ult charge started like going through the roof. And here, it's a Slicker. Unfortunately, I can't do a mirror match, but I was even kind of struggling with Slickers earlier because they were doing the double attack and and it was a nightmare. Does he always start with taunt? That's fun. So let's give everyone call to action. And oh, by the way, Leia just inflicted a bunch of debuffs. Look at that. All Leia did was take 1 turn. She took 1 turn. She just had 22% R2 assisted, right? She's at 26%. Now let's use Krex. She's at 43% after Krex just did it. Krex just gave her like 15% ult charge. And now we're going to use R2, and he's going to debuff everybody. Neat. Check that out. And now we're going to club the hell out of Slicker. And look, we're almost at 100% ult. We're at 73%, and we've basically done nothing. 77%. Let's get a burn on Slicker. This is probably going to one-shot him. There he goes. It's the ult charge. Every single time this stupid Datacron deals damage because you land a debuff, she gets just like a boatload of ult charge. And that's how the Datacron works. So maybe that's common sense. I don't know. Maybe it just occurred to me because I don't use Leia a lot and everybody else was realizing this. But I don't know how many people are connecting the dots and realizing that that Datacron is counting as damage, and that damage counts as damage for Leia's ult charge. And so if you're gonna use Leia, in my opinion, as a non-expert, as a brand new Leia user, I would absolutely positively recommend that if you can, of course you want to give her the tank Datacron. It, keeps her healthy. If you can get that level 3, that might matter more than anything else. If your Leia zooms to her ult, you're going to kill anybody that you get to ult to faster. So, whatever. That's my little tip for today. I thought it was interesting, and it was like mind-blowing to me because I'm usually pretty in touch with what's going on in the game. And there was just this big Datacron shift, and I don't think people have necessarily connected the dots. I think if people are doing that, for the most part, they don't even realize that that Datacron is contributing the way that it is. So anyhow, guys, if you got Leia, I hope you found this useful. Or if you're going against Leia, look out. Look out for that Datacron, because it matters. And it might dictate, who you want to lock down first in a fight against Leia. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time.